In her village, no bride dared to wear red. They said it would awaken the spirits of the dead, but on her wedding day, Chiamaka chose to defy them all. As the drums beat and the feast began, whispers spread like wildfire. The lamps flickered, shadows twisted, and the air grew cold. Then he appeared, the ghost of the man she once loved, summoned back by the forbidden red.
The morning sun bathed Umueze village in gold, and the air was alive with drums, laughter, and the chatter of women preparing for the biggest wedding of the season. Everyone was eager to see Chiamaka, the bride whose beauty had become a tale of its own. Tradition said every bride must wear white, the color of purity and blessing. So when Chiamaka stepped out of her father's hut, dressed in a gown of blazing red, the entire village gasped. What Ikenna did not know was that the gown was not chosen for him. It was chosen for Obi, the man she had truly loved. Months earlier, under the shade of the great Udala tree, Obi, a poor farmer, had promised Chiamaka a future together. They met by the riverside at night, whispering dreams of marriage. I may not be rich, Obi told her, brushing her hair from her face, but one day I will build you a home with my own hands. Chiamaka believed him, but on the very night they planned to run away together, Obi disappeared. His mother wailed that he had gone to the river and never returned. Some said he drowned, others said spirits took him. Nobody was ever found. Broken-hearted, Chiamaka's parents pressed her to marry Ikenna, a wealthy man from a respected family. She agreed, but in her heart, she never let Obi go. The red gown was a secret tribute to him. The wedding feast began with music, clapping and laughter. Palm wine flowed, goats roasted on open fire, and children danced. Yet, as Chiamaka and Ikenna sat together, a strange chill swept through the compound. The oil lamps flickered, though there was no wind. The talking drum, beating steadily, suddenly stopped mid-rhythm. The drummer's hands rose, as though an unseen force had seized him. A hushed silence fell. Then, with forced cheer, Ikenna raised his calabash. Let us drink to new beginnings. The crowd laughed nervously. The feast continued, but unease hung in the air. Night fell, and the dancing began. Chiamaka's gown glowed under the moonlight like a flame in darkness. As she danced, she felt a cold shiver crawl up her spine. She turned, and her breath caught. There, at the edge of the compound, stood Obi. His clothes were tattered, his skin pale as ash, his eyes glowing faintly like embers. He stared at her, unblinking. The calabash in her hand slipped and shattered on the ground. No one else seemed to notice him, only her. Obi, she whispered. He moved closer, his voice a chilling echo. Chiamaka, you called me back. Why did you marry another when you promised yourself to me? She staggered back, heart pounding. No, you are dead. You cannot be here. Obi's lips curled into a sad smile. Dead? Yes, the river took me, but the red you wear, it summoned me. Did you not know red belongs to the spirits? As Obi drew nearer, others began to feel it. The goats bleated wildly, children cried, and shadows twisted unnaturally in the firelight. An elder shouted, "The bride has awakened the restless spirit." Now everyone saw him, Obi, standing in the middle of the compound, though his feet did not touch the ground. Gasps and screams erupted. Ikenna stepped forward, trembling but firm. Who are you to disrupt my wedding? Obi's hollow laugh sent shivers down every spine. I am the one she truly loves, and she belongs to me, even in death. He stretched out his hand. Chiamaka's red gown began to shimmer, glowing like burning coal, binding her to him. She felt her body pulled forward against her will. No, she cried. Let me go. Obi's voice deepened. Choose, Chiamaka. Come with me into the night, or I will curse this marriage until it rots from within. Ikenna stood between them, shaking but resolute. You cannot take her. She is my wife. The spirit roared, and the earth trembled. The villagers scattered, some wailing, others praying. Chiamaka screamed, her gown pulling tighter. Like chains, she fell to her knees, torn between the living man beside her and the ghost of the one she had loved. Tears streamed down her face. Ubi, I loved you, but you are gone. I cannot follow you into death. She gripped the gown and with all her strength tore the red fabric from her body. With trembling hands, she threw it into the fire. The flames leapt high, the gown burned with a hiss, and Obi shrieked, his form writhing as smoke engulfed him. His voice echoed, "You were mine forever." Then it vanished into the night. The compound was silent, except for the crackle of fire. Chiamaka collapsed, weeping, not just for Obi, but for herself, for the love that had died, and the pain her defiance had brought. Ikenna lifted her gently, his face pale with shock, but full of pity. The villagers whispered among themselves. She wore red, and the spirit came for her. From that day on, no bride in Umweze ever dared wear red again. White gowns became more than tradition. They became a shield against restless spirits. And Chiamaka, she lived with her choice, forever haunted by the memory of the man she loved and the night he returned to claim her.